No, I don't.
Okay.
The stakes were made.
First things first. We have seen horror. We have seen the mouth of hell open up. We have seen the new Aladdin teaser.
Well, I mean, the world has seen the new Aladdin teaser. So
we've all been exposed now.
It's a pressing concern.
It is a pressing concern.
Very worried.
Disney,
about
are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you?
Do
Are
we need
you
to talk to a
okay?
grief counselor?
Has your dad started drinking again, Disney? Because it feels like.
Should we call a hostage negotiation team?
Do you require trauma counseling? Disney, what did you do?
What's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Why did you replace your CGI budget with an overclocked PlayStation 3? Why are you still using that pirated copy of Adobe CS3 to do all your special effects work?
Like, why did you go back for the Aladdin game for the SNES, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why did you go back and use all the assets from that?
Yeah,
for your new Aladdin movie.
It seems like a bad design choice to make your genie Shrek adjacent. He's like alt universe Shrek. He's like the
mirror universe.
He's from the evilest timeline because he's got the Van Dyke mustache goatee combo.
And he's the wrong color.
He's like just the Marvel What If series, but like
an Elseworld,
like a DC Elseworld, but with the what would happen if Shrek had some sort of blood disease. Remember that time that we watched Shrek on Netflix?
Oh, the musical?
The live action musical
I like to pretend
version?
like we didn't actually watch. We watched about 15 minutes of it, and that's all we could get through before the horror overwhelmed us.
Something snapped inside of my brain. I remember we just began just cackling insanely and screaming at the screen.
You cackled insanely
Yes.
and screamed at the screen, and I just kind of stared at in abject horror and waited for you to turn it off.
I mean, because absolutely every person on that stage, you could just see the light leaving their eyes
I went to Juilliard for this.
I have $100,000 in student loan debt from Juilliard.
Are you proud of me now, Dad?
Who's wasting their life now, Mom? Who's wasting their life?
Not me, Mom. We got completely off track on that one. We're talking about again.
We were talking about Aladdin. We were talking about the genie. Now,
Yeah.
everything is wrong with the teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be the thing that's supposed to entice you to see the
And
movie.
It does not entice me to see that.
There's no
movie.
dynamic camera work. There's no interesting
will
angles.
say- I
It's
will
flat
say-
lit.
I have turned around on the kid who plays Aladdin. He's actually the only good thing about that trailer.
But we didn't see him say a we didn't
we
hear
didn't see him say a word,
word.
but he was still the best thing about that trailer, Scott.
Well, yes, except for the makeup sponged on 5 o'clock shadow.
I will live with
picturesque
that. I
scruff.
will live with the picturesque gruff. In comparison to everything else in the trailer, I will live with it. He was an angel.
We didn't hear him say anything. I'm
I don't
guessing
need
that they're
him to
scared.
say anything. Everything else said all I need to say.
Look, the name Aladdin is literally the
but
title.
he was the only good thing in there. Let me have this one thing.
I would love to. I would love to have it as well, but I don't know why they wouldn't let him talk. That makes no sense to me. They let Jafar talk, and can we talk about that?
Yeah,
because
he sounds like the meanest Starbucks barista. He's like the assistant manager at your Starbucks, and he's the one that you don't want to talk to when you have a problem,
right?
Because he is just.
He sounds like he's got some issues with your hazelnut latte.
Yeah, he is just snippy and passive aggressive and not fun to deal with.
Because I mean, Tony J is really difficult to replace. I get that. They're going with a person of color. They're going with an actual individual from that region.
Yeah, I mean, I will give them that.
I will give them
and
that.
And that's a low bar, if we're being honest
But
here, that
could
they
you
actually hired people from the region where they were making the story, at least for actors in the actual movie. Obviously, they didn't hire anybody of Mediterranean descent or of Arabic descent in the writing.
But could they have found somebody with a deeper voice than mine? Because I'm sorry, I don't sound like the evil vizier. I sound like a Polish tax accountant, and he sounds like Asif Manvi. He sounds like Admiral Zhao from the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender. And that never...
Who had a lot to say about the secret library.
He had a ton to say about the... Yeah, like he broke off pursuit of the Avatar and floated back to the Fire Nation just so that he could tell the Fire Lord, I found the secret library.
And
yeah, we know.
Exactly. Nobody gives a shit.
That was like last year, Admiral. What are you doing now? You were in hot pursuit. What are you doing now? Where are we going with this again? Aladdin. Jesus Christ. The moment that dumb, swirling, twister 1996 CG tornado comes out of the lamp, I feel like a piece of my heart flaked off and died.
And like, I understand that Robin Williams' shoes are going to be very big to fill for anybody who's playing that part. And I don't expect anybody to be able to replicate that particular performance.
No,
that would be
want
insane.
To. No, I wouldn't. You wouldn't want to because it's specific.
And I think that Will Smith is a funny dude, and I think that given the right material, he would do a really great job. But in this particular instance, and maybe it's not so much his performance.
It's a 1-minute teaser. We get that.
Yeah. Or if it's like the CGI, I don't know. I don't think it's the performance. I just think it's the nightmare CGI that really just turn my stomach.
Again, we're talking about a teaser. We're talking about a thing that's supposed to get people into the theater. And what did you see? What did you hear? You heard him go, what? You ain't ever heard of me?
He's a very smooth genie.
He's got a smooth genie voice, but that's the line you went with? That's the line you went with. You went with, what? You ain't ever heard of me? And the crickets. And then the fucking title pops up. Like... This is the thing.
That's
Who
not
knew?
the most concerning thing about the genie's
everything
thing.
about it is bad.
I mean, that's not ideal. That's not an ideal pick for an opening riff for a teaser trailer.
The Toy Story 1 style CG animation was upsetting. That was tragic.
I think that Jonan Vasquez on Twitter, Jonan, the creator of Invader Zim, for those who don't know,
Filler Bunny and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yes, he had, I think, the best flex on this on Twitter, where he said the genie in this looks like one of those Fruit Gushers kids was unable to reverse the fruit curse that turned them into fruit-based monsters. And I think that's like a paraphrase, but I think that's perhaps the best take on what the genie looks like and how deeply
unsettling.
Grossly unsettling he is.
Everything about this trailer, everything about it seems wrong. Who knew that the director of Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels would not be able to make a swooping, camera-heavy fantasy sort of... I mean, he's used to putting a tripod in front of a bunch of marble-mouthed Cockney gits and then telling them to just act tough for 45 minutes. There's nothing in this teaser that makes me... we dragged on the Lion King teaser.
I'm legitimately excited about the Lion King, even though I dragged on it. I'm excited to hear Donald Glover's take on Simba. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fantastic. And even though I shit on it a little bit for not being live action, it is... I'm legitimately excited about seeing that. Even though I'm still kind of like, do we really need... But you know what? I don't care because it's the Lion King and I love the Lion King. But with Aladdin, I'm just like, do we really need this and Beauty and the Beast? Like, we didn't need Beauty and the Beast.
And Dumbo. Don't forget Dumbo's coming out, too.
Dumbo is... Have you seen anything from Dumbo?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dumbo looks like he's asking for peeled skin as his, for sacrifice. Come see Dumbo. Peel your skin for me, human child.